What if one phone call could change the future of the Dutton family forever? For weeks, Beth has carried the weight of the ranch on her shoulders, refusing to ask anyone for help. She has fought every battle alone, believing that showing weakness would only give her enemies another chance to strike. But something happens that even Beth cannot face by herself. In the newest Dutton Ranch Season 2 trailer, one unexpected moment stands above everything else. Beth reaches for her phone and calls Kayce. After everything they have been through, after the arguments, the silence, and the distance between them, why now? What is so serious that Beth is willing to put her pride aside? The trailer gives only a few quick clues, but they are enough to make fans wonder if this could be the beginning of the biggest Dutton family reunion yet. If Beth is asking Kayce to come back, then the danger facing the ranch must be greater than anyone imagined. Beth has always been known as the strongest fighter in the family. She never runs away from a fight, and she never waits for someone else to solve her problems. That is exactly why this moment feels so different. The trailer opens with Beth standing alone outside the ranch house as the sun begins to disappear behind the mountains. The land around her is quiet, but the look on her face tells a completely different story. She seems tired, worried, and more uncertain than fans have ever seen before. Instead of making another bold move against her enemies, she pauses for a long moment before pulling out her phone. There is no anger in her eyes this time. There is only concern. The trailer never lets us hear the full conversation, making the mystery even bigger. We only hear Beth quietly say, "Kayce, I need you to come home." Those few words completely change the feeling of the trailer. Beth is not giving orders. She is asking for help. For someone as proud as Beth, that simple request carries enormous meaning. It suggests that the problems surrounding the ranch have reached a level where she knows she cannot protect everything by herself anymore. As the trailer continues, we see quick shots of empty fields, damaged fences, worried ranch hands, and several unknown vehicles driving toward Dutton land. None of these scenes fully explain what is happening, but together they paint a picture of growing danger. The peaceful ranch no longer feels safe. Every image hints that someone is making a move against the Dutton family, and this time the threat appears larger than anything Beth expected. Another emotional detail comes from the silence between Beth's words. She starts to explain the situation but suddenly stops speaking. The trailer cuts away before viewers hear the full reason for her call. That missing piece becomes one of the biggest mysteries in the preview. Is someone inside the family in danger? Has a powerful new enemy arrived? Or has Beth discovered a secret that could change everything they believed about the ranch? The trailer refuses to answer these questions, which only makes the suspense even stronger. Kayce never expected to hear Beth's voice again like this. The trailer does not show a dramatic entrance or a loud reunion. Instead, it begins with complete silence. Kayce is standing alone far from the ranch, living a quieter life and trying to leave old battles behind. His phone suddenly rings. He looks at the screen, and for a few seconds, he does not move. The name flashing before him is enough to bring back years of memories, pain, and unfinished family business. Before he even answers, the trailer makes one thing clear. Whatever piece Kayce has found is about to disappear. When he finally picks up the phone, Beth says only a few words, but they hit harder than any warning. Her voice is calm, yet something feels different. It is the voice of someone carrying a burden that has become too heavy to hide. Kayce listens without interrupting. His expression slowly changes from surprise to concern. The trailer never reveals everything Beth tells him, but the silence between her sentences says more than words ever could. Whatever is happening at the ranch is serious enough to pull Kayce back into a life he thought he had left behind. The next scene moves quickly. Kayce walks into his house and quietly packs a small bag. There is no long speech and no dramatic goodbye. Every movement feels natural, but viewers can see the conflict inside him. Returning to the ranch means returning to old wounds, family struggles, and dangerous enemies. He knows that once he goes back, nothing will ever be simple again. Still, he makes his choice without hesitation. Family has always been the one thing Kayce could never ignore, no matter how far he tried to run from it. As his truck heads toward the Dutton Ranch, the trailer gives fans several mysterious clues. Dust rises behind his tires as he drives across lonely roads. Dark clouds gather over the mountains, creating an uneasy feeling that something terrible is waiting ahead. Between these driving scenes, the trailer flashes quick images of frightened ranch workers, broken gates, and horses running across open fields without riders. None of these moments last more than a second, but together they suggest that the ranch is already under pressure before Kayce even arrives. The music grows heavier as Kayce gets closer to home. Every mile feels like a step back into a world filled with unfinished fights. Memories begin to flood his mind. Short flashes remind viewers of happier days when the family stood together, laughing around the ranch before everything changed. Those memories make his return even more emotional because they remind him of everything the Dutton family has already lost. Now he may have to risk losing even more. Finally, Kayce reaches the entrance to the ranch. He slows his truck and looks across the land that once felt like the safest place in the world. But now something is different. The usual feeling of peace is gone. Workers stand together with worried faces. Several buildings show signs of damage. Even the animals seem restless, as if they can sense the danger surrounding them. Kayce steps out of the truck, and before anyone speaks, Beth walks toward him. Their eyes meet, but neither of them smiles. They do not need to. One look is enough to tell Kayce that the fight has already begun, and the ranch needs him now more than ever. The trailer ends the scene there, leaving viewers with one unforgettable question. What happened while Kayce was away that forced Beth to make the hardest phone call of her life? Kayce believed coming home would give him answers. Instead, every step across the ranch creates even more questions. The trailer opens this part with an early morning scene. A thick layer of fog covers the fields, making it impossible to see what lies ahead. Ranch hands move quietly from one building to another, speaking in low voices. No one looks relaxed. No one smiles. It feels as if everyone is waiting for something they know is coming. Kayce notices it immediately. This is not the ranch he left behind. Fear has become part of everyday life. Beth wastes no time explaining the situation. She spreads maps, documents, and photographs across the large wooden table inside the ranch house. None of them point to one single problem. Instead, they reveal a pattern. Someone has been watching the ranch for weeks. Equipment has disappeared without warning. Fences have been cut during the night. Supplies have gone missing, and strangers have been seen near the property more than once. At first, these seemed like small incidents, but together they tell a much darker story. Someone is testing the Dutton family, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Kayce studies every detail carefully. He has seen danger before, and he knows that the biggest attacks often begin with small moves that people ignore. He tells Beth this is not random. Whoever is behind these events wants the family to feel tired, distracted, and divided before making their real move. Beth agrees, but there is something she has not shared yet. She reaches into a folder and pulls out a single photograph. The trailer never clearly shows what is in the picture. Viewers only see Kayce's face as his expression suddenly changes. Whatever Beth has discovered is far more personal than either of them expected. The trailer then shifts to a series of fast scenes filled with tension. Unknown vehicles stop just outside the ranch boundaries before driving away again. A mysterious figure watches the property from a nearby hill through binoculars. Someone leaves behind a warning that no one claims to understand. Every new clue makes the threat feel closer. The enemy remains hidden, but their presence can be felt in every corner of the ranch. For the first time in years, Beth and Kayce begin working side by side. Their personalities are completely different, but they realize they cannot fight this battle alone. Beth focuses on finding the people behind the attacks, while Kayce works to strengthen the ranch's defenses. They argue over strategy, question each other's decisions, and challenge one another at every turn. Yet beneath those disagreements is something stronger than pride. They both know the future of their family depends on trusting each other again. The final moments of this section raise the tension even higher. As night falls, the security lights around the ranch suddenly go dark. The entire property is swallowed by silence. Then, somewhere in the distance, a loud sound echoes across the valley. Everyone freezes. Beth slowly turns toward Kayce, and without saying a word, they both know the waiting is over. The real battle has finally arrived, and whoever has been hiding in the shadows is ready to make their first move. The trailer cuts to black before revealing what happens next, leaving fans desperate to see how the Dutton family will face the greatest threat they have ever encountered. Everything changes the moment the first shot echoes across the valley. The trailer does not reveal who fired it or where it came from, but one thing is certain: the waiting is over. Every member of the Dutton family knows there is no turning back now. The ranch is no longer preparing for a fight. The fight has already begun. Lights switch on across the property as ranch hands rush into action. Horses become restless. Trucks race down dirt roads, and the peaceful land that once symbolized home suddenly feels like the center of a battlefield. Kayce immediately takes control. Years of experience allow him to stay calm, while everyone around him struggles to understand what is happening. He gives quick instructions to the ranch hands, telling them to secure every entrance and keep everyone safe. Beth watches him with a look fans have rarely seen before. It is not anger or frustration. It is trust. After everything they have survived together, Beth knows Kayce is the one person who can lead the family through this crisis. Their old disagreements no longer matter. Protecting the ranch has become their only goal. The trailer then delivers one of its biggest emotional moments. Beth quietly admits that she should have called Kayce sooner. For someone who has always carried every burden alone, those words mean everything. Kayce does not blame her. Instead, he reminds Beth that the Dutton family has survived impossible situations before because they stood together. It is a simple conversation, but it shows something fans have wanted to see for a long time. The distance between Beth and Kayce is finally disappearing, replaced by the loyalty that has always connected them deep down. Just when it seems the family is beginning to regain control, another shocking twist changes everything. A trusted face arrives at the ranch with unexpected information. The danger is not coming from just one enemy. There are people working behind the scenes, each with their own reason for wanting the Dutton land. Some want power, others want revenge, and one hidden figure appears to know the family's deepest secrets. The trailer never reveals this person's identity, but the mystery is enough to make every scene feel even more dangerous. As the music reaches its highest point, the trailer becomes a fast collection of unforgettable moments. Kayce races across the ranch on horseback while Beth confronts someone inside the main house. Ranch hands defend the property as vehicles speed toward the gates. A heated argument breaks out between family members, showing that not every threat is coming from outside. The pressure is exposing old wounds that have never fully healed. Every decision now carries enormous consequences, and one mistake could cost the family everything they have spent generations building. The final scene is both quiet and unforgettable. Dawn begins to rise over the ranch after a long and terrifying night. Beth and Kayce stand side by side, looking across the land they have fought so hard to protect. The damage is clear, but so is their determination. Then Beth receives another phone call. She answers, listens for only a few seconds, and her expression suddenly changes. Without saying a single word, she lowers the phone and looks toward Kayce. The screen cuts to black before viewers hear what was said. One final message appears. The story is only beginning. If this trailer is any indication, Dutton Ranch Season 2 could deliver the most emotional, action-filled, and unforgettable chapter the family has ever faced. The biggest surprise in this trailer is not the action, the mystery, or even the danger surrounding the ranch. It is the simple fact that Beth finally made the call she had been avoiding for so long. That one decision may become the turning point for the entire Dutton family. Instead of fighting alone, Beth chose to trust Kayce, and that choice could be the reason the ranch still has a chance to survive whatever comes next. Even though the trailer leaves many questions unanswered, it succeeds in building excitement for Season 2. Who is the hidden enemy watching the ranch? What secret shocked Kayce when Beth showed him the mysterious evidence? Why did the attacks suddenly become more aggressive after Kayce returned home? Most importantly, what was said during that final phone call that completely changed Beth's expression? These are the mysteries that will keep fans talking until the next official update arrives. Another reason this trailer stands out is the emotional connection between the characters. Instead of focusing only on action, it reminds viewers that the heart of the story has always been family. Beth and Kayce may not always agree, but when the future of the ranch is at risk, they are willing to stand together. That emotional bond could become the strongest weapon the Dutton family has against the powerful forces trying to destroy everything they have built. The trailer also hints that every character will have an important role to play. No one appears to be standing on the sidelines anymore. Every decision, every conversation, and every sacrifice could shape the future of the ranch. If the full season delivers on the promises shown in these scenes, viewers can expect emotional reunions, shocking betrayals, unexpected alliances, and moments that could completely change the direction of the series. Of course, it's important to remember that this trailer is being discussed as a preview, and many of its biggest moments remain unconfirmed until official episodes are released. That uncertainty is part of what makes fan discussions so exciting. Every scene opens the door to new theories, and every clue encourages viewers to look even closer for hidden details. So what do you think? Did Beth make the right decision by calling Kayce home? Who do you believe is secretly targeting the Dutton Ranch? And what do you think was revealed in that final phone call? Share your theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest updates, trailer breakdowns, and fan theories about Dutton Ranch Season 2. The next chapter may be closer than anyone expects, and we'll be here to break down every new clue together.